uh, due to mediating circumstances and the weather. Coming to you live, about 18 minutes late to address any issues anybody might have with any of my video content. Wrong way. There we go. Thank you for joining. If you would like to participate in this live, the only requirement is that you go to my channel and read the channel statement. And if it's something that you're interested in, come back to the live and greet everyone in the room in a civilized, respectful fashion. Bare minimum 2 letters, H and I. Yeah. Hi, I'm the Mad Trucker. Today's an open topic. If you have anything you'd like to discuss concerning my video content, or if there's a topic that you would like to have a conversation about, just simply chime in. And shalom, Aki. Thank you for joining. I hope all is well. And I'm going to shoot you something. I hadn't forgotten you. I just been kind of busy. Yeah, they started early. Yeah, it's all the trolls. I want to say thank you for coming into the live and exposing yourselves and proving that you can deny a lie, but you can't deny the truth, not my truth. Appreciate that, Arcade. I'm going to keep that hidden. I'm just going to let them stay there. Maybe they'll follow the instructions. And this live is welcome to all who agree with the channel statement and would like to have a conversation about my content. If you can find any falsehoods in it, or if there's something that you would like to address, it's not a place for arguments, debates, or wars, because they are synonymous with problems. And it's not about problems. It's about solutions to problems. And the only way to come up with solutions to problems is to have conversations. Never mind your Websters. And I would like to say I'm fairly well. Thank you for greeting us from Saudi Arabia. Thank you. And shalom to you. Conversations are respectful, honest, truthful questions and answers using logic to come up with solutions to problems. That's conversation. We can have a conversation about my content, my video content, or we'll just have an open topic today and tomorrow. We'll just do it like that. I'm going to wait for somebody to come and put a topic, something they would like to have a conversation about concerning my video content or the topics that I address in the comment section, and we can talk about those things. We can have a conversation. Doesn't cost you anything to watch. Doesn't cost you anything to scroll. Either way it goes, I appreciate you being here. There's a lot been going on. There was a bomb threat at my son's school. What else? There's been a lot going on in my area in Mississippi. There's a lot going on. I really don't know where to begin. That's why I said it's an open topic. What is it that you all like to discuss? Just simply greet everyone in the room with hi. And hi, Hamden. If there's anything you'd like to add or address, feel free to type. Because if you don't do it, Hamden did, I'm not going to address you. If you cannot greet everyone in the room, there's 23 people in the room currently. If you cannot follow the instructions, I would please respectfully ask you not to behave in smooth brain behavior in the comment section. Please use your thumb and scroll on, because the live is not for you. There are requirements to the comment section. Whoever you are, respectfully. Wherever you're from, respectfully. Greet everyone in the room first in the comment section. and then proceed to ask your question. And that is the format of this live. That's beyond your mental capabilities or your scope. I empathize with your condition and your smooth brain. And if you can just get that signal connected to your thumb, please scroll on. Okay. I don't got time for smooth brains. We can talk about that. Let's talk about how the educational system has failed people. Let that be the topic. Since the trolls are out today. How the educational system has failed you. That's the topic for today. Because it's obvious I have a green dot with a white W in it. There's evidence of that in the comment section right now. I want to say thank you for joining. However, I don't think you have a matter to participate, being that you're typing what you typed in the comment section. And I'd like to say thank you for joining and providing that evidence. The educational system of America is John D. Rockefeller, who said, and I quote, I don't want a nation of free thinkers. I want a nation of obedient workers. And there are people that are working obediently to buff their gray matter to a smooth, polished sheen, to where it's critical truth, evidence, logic slides right off. And they work themselves to death in a system that wasn't designed for anybody to get any justice. That's a condition that I'm trying to help people with in this live. And hello, Standard Issue Red Brick. Shalom. WMAC 10. I tell you what, for your smooth-brained comments in the education in the comments section, because that's very smooth brain. It's failing everyone. Everyone. A half of a truth is a whole lie. Respectfully. Look, let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it 1,000. The educational system has failed everybody because they teach everybody a lot of half truths. A half of a truth is a whole lie. And if you can control somebody's mental process and how they think about history, you can control their future. You can control their minds. You can make them do whatever you want them to do. Think however you want them to think, because you control them here. So now you don't have to put them in handcuffs. You have to put them in the jail cell, right? And I'm going to report you, Obscurity, because you're promoting illegal drugs, and it's harassment. And what you really should do is just find something else better to do. I don't have time for that. And regardless of who I look like, I could point this camera at the ceiling and just talk. Couldn't I, WMAC 10? Or have you had your fun and just left? Because see, this is the evidence that I'm talking about. A smooth brain behavior. You can hear my voice. I'm pretty sure you're typing what you're typing, right? So regardless if you think I look like J. Cole or not, what does it have to do with the topic of the subject, man? Let's have a conversation. See, everybody's programmed to judge somebody, put somebody in a box based on what they look like. You know, there's a system based on that, WMAC 10. It's called racism. And it's not color specific. Look at the definition. If you put an ism behind any word, it becomes a system. Ism means system, right? Right? You look at the definition of racism. Racism is a pseudoscience based off of eugenics. Yeah, which is a pseudoscience. Those are pseudosciences. It says that people can be placed in groups or classes called races, deeming one race superior than the rest of the races, regardless of what color you are. And I'm going to give you a prize because you don't get it, Obscurity. You know, you don't have a life. And thank you for disrupting. You know, if you would moderate and get that person out of the room, I'd appreciate it if you still hear our key. I don't have any time for your obscurity. An ism is a system. It is a system. You know, you don't have to, it's based on physical appearance. You know, you have black people, anybody can be racist, but in order to practice racism, you have to have power to instill it. But either way it goes, it's based off of eugenics and the pseudoscience. It's a pseudoscience. It's really a lie that has the world deceived. You know, think about it like this, and you can put it on any spectrum. People make it political, right? Okay, Republican or Democrat, right? People got people in the street claiming parties. I'm a Republican. Says who? Says yourself, right? Because I guarantee you, they didn't knock on your door, give you an invitation to come. And if they do have a party, yeah, they throwing salami all up on the walls, and you can't get in, whether you call yourself a Republican or a Democrat. Let's keep it 1,000. You know, and that's all cool. Ain't no thing. And like I said, we just conversating. Ain't no thing. You're more than welcome, WMAC-10. I appreciate you. And if I come across a little hostile, then forgive me. But you know what? It's a lot of things that, you know, really bother me. It's just like, okay, the thing with my son's school, they didn't call the parents. They didn't call the parents to let the parents know there was a bomb threat at my son's school. And he come home without his backpack. Right? I asked him, where's his backpack? He looked me in my face with a serious face that I've never seen on my son. Pop, my life is more important than a backpack. What a 10-year-old got to be worried about that for? And look at what happened in Georgia. You think that's color specific? Or is it mind specific? How they have these children thinking. They don't speak the truth about these things. They're systems. They are systems. They're systems. You know, some systems are valid, you know, but the thing is, at the end of the day, we the ones that keep it going because nobody wants to come outside of their ego. They got to claim a color. We can have a conversation without claiming a color. I can point this phone at the wall and just talk. But I won't be able to read the comments. I can point at the floor and just talk. Right? There's different. I'm not talking to myself. There's one greater that resides in all of us that we tap into, and some of us deny it, and that's the truth. It's not your truth or my truth. It doesn't belong to anybody, but it's a truth that sets one free. To say Yeshua, Yahushua, he's saying he came, the one they call Jesus, he come to set the captives free. Yeah, people are chained up here. My channel is set up for people that would like to free themselves from that. Free themselves from that. And peace to you, man. But prejudice, Nas T-Cat, is just choice. Nothing wrong. Everybody's prejudiced. I prefer Coke over Pepsi. I'm prejudiced when it comes to Pepsi. It's just a choice. But and everyone is prejudiced to a degree. But racism runs on hate and entitlement, diversion and gaslighting. You know, they developed this card game in 1786, Christophe Mears, called Race, because he one invented that whole racism thing. And he was a eugenicist. It says because someone has dark skin, they have low intelligence, they're prone to be criminals, and there's nothing new under the sun. And Paul Slice, please have a good day. Wherever you are, you can go back there and, you know, what you can do is you can come back tomorrow, man. You know. The only requirement to participate in the comments section is to greet everyone in the room in a respectful manner. Bare minimum 2 letters, H and I. If you cannot do that, you don't have the mental capacity to participate in the live. It doesn't cost you anything to watch, but if it's not your thing, after you've read my channel description, please scroll on. One up, man. Where was I? Nas TX says that nearly every spirit has a prejudice since the beginning of time. Yeah, it's a preference. Because now what's the choice? Like I said, I'm prejudiced to Pepsi. I like Coca-Cola. I don't like Pepsi. Okay, that means that I'm prejudiced toward Pepsi, right? That doesn't make me an evil person because I prefer Coke. Right? But it's a choice. But there's one choice that everybody has to make. And that's good over evil. The law or lawless. You know, good or evil. It's not political. It ain't got nothing to do with the color of your skin. It's just calling what is. Truthfully. You can't say something don't exist that, runs the entire country. The entire country runs on it. Come on, man. It's like Dunkin' Donuts. It was founded on it. It's run on it. I'm a witness of that. And that's not crying. That's not griping. That means that, hey, be truthful. The puppy got the hair tie. I appreciate all of you for joining. I appreciate all the civilized dialogue. I mean, I don't know. It was an open topic for today. But there's a higher standard we all supposed to hold ourselves accountable to. That we are going to be held accountable to. Regardless of what you call yourself. It's about what you do. And what you put your faith in. Faith in works, what you put your faith in your work in. Everybody works gets paid, Everybody works gets paid. Quinn, thank you for joining. The reason behind it might be evil. Well, the reason behind what? Like I said, you have different systems. John 3:16, they say, for God so loved the world. That word world comes from the Greek cosmos. Cosmos means system. Right? That he sent his only begotten one. What one? One truth. That whoever believe on him shall not perish but have everlasting life. Right? So the reason behind that the it in your sentence, Quinn, I would say the reason behind the government, the reason behind these borders, the reason behind everyone in this continent calls it America, and we speak this bastardized language they call English, and they get offended if you speak Spanish or any other language or dialect. When I say they, I'm not saying everyone, but there's a majority of people that run things in this country that do. They have issues with that. They have issues with culture. And they took culture out of the word of the Most High, and they remixed it, chopped and screwed it, and they gave it to copper-colored people all over the planet. And they sprinkled it with that racism, that system that Christoph Mears came up with in 1790, which isn't long after they signed the Declaration of Independence in the Constitution of the United States. It says that I'm this color. That means that I'm destined not to. I'm property. I'm not a human being. I'm property. I'm no different than a dog in the street. That's what I have a problem when people say, oh, well, we all bleed red. No, what that got to do with anything? So let me get this straight. You got to cut me. You got to stab me. You got to blow me up to realize that I'm a human being just like you. I mean, seriously, TJ, thanks for joining the live. That's the standard though. That's their standard. It's not my standard, but it's the standard that the world is running on. I'd like somebody to prove me wrong. The way people think, the way people move, they praise politicians. They don't want to hear nothing about what's right. Righteous, I should say, not right. They want to be right. They don't want to be righteous. That's the problem. And hey, look, I don't have all the answers, but I know they're there. If I seek them, I find them. And people get mad. Yeah, that's true. That is so true. Mac 10, W Mac 10, thanks for staying in the live and participating in the conversation. He said, I heard that if the devil comes knocking, you're doing something right. If he leaves you alone, you're doing what he wants. Exactly. And I promise you, I don't have enough time to talk about things I go through personally in my life. Which is why I do these lives. I don't get paid from YouTube. I don't do YouTube for likes. Please like the live if you like what you see, but it's not required. If you want a sub, I appreciate the sub. It's not required. The only thing that's required, if you are still in this room, is that you read my channel description. And any of my video content, if you have an issue with it, be respectful in the comment section. And if there's something that I'm overlooking, I'm neglecting to take into consideration, that proves that what I'm saying is not true, or what I'm doing is hurtful, then we can have a conversation about it. Just read my channel description. And if it's something that you would like to try to do or subscribe to, come back to the live and participate. And that's welcome to everybody. I don't care if you're black, I don't care if you're white, I don't care if you're Chinese. Because see, I don't subscribe to pseudosciences. The whole science of race is a pseudoscience. There was one race. Okay, we're all supposed to be created by the Most High, but we're not all Most High children, right? We all come from the mud. But the thing is, you can't skirt around certain truths that they've been skirting around for centuries. What's dominant? What's recessive? What came first? What came after? And those truths are being revealed for those that seek those truths. And when they find those truths and there's evidence for those truths, they get attacked, they get ostracized, they get shadow banned. They're a problem for the world system. See, I'm in this world, I'm not of this world. I'm in it, but I'm not of it. I've never been of it, but I'm showing up in it. And it get to the point to where I'm mad. Because the only way you can maneuver in it and be what they call successful is if you sell yourself. You sell your soul, your psyche. People talk about how they sell their souls, their psyche. Okay, this is how people sell their souls. This is an example. And people sell their souls for cheap. Okay, this is an example of an example of selling your soul or your psyche, your thought process. There's this guy. He's a Christian rapper. He's a kid, right? And he makes rhymes that are positive and uplift the community type music. And here comes the record company, and the record company says, "Hey man, we like your music. We're going to sign you on for a $10 million deal." And they go in and sign the contract and say, "Hey, well, look here, man. There's one little thing in the contract before you sign. We did your content, but can you talk about guns more? Can you talk about murder more, drugs? Put a little, pizzazz to what happens in jail. Could you talk more about that part of your life?" They say, well, the Christian guy said, "Hey man, look, well, I don't feel comfortable doing that, but I'm gonna go ahead and sign to get that money." Well, they sold their morals. I'm not shoving religion. I'm not selling nothing to nobody. That's why I made it clear that I don't do this for. I don't get paid from YouTube. I'm in the process of working on how to do that, and I got my brother helping me doing that. But right now, I'm not getting paid from YouTube. I don't get paid. I do this for the mission statement that's on my channel. And it's refreshing, because you ain't got to agree with somebody's standpoint to have a conversation with them, know where they're coming from, why they think the way they think, know why they move the way they move. That's free. But they don't want people having those. Conversations bring forth solutions to problems, regardless of what color you are, what language you speak, what part of the planet you living on. If you subscribe to coming together in shalom, in peace, to resolve a problem that affects, you're gonna see that you have that same problem, and you can solve that problem with conversations. That's all. They don't like conversations. The algorithm doesn't like conversations about topics that affect everybody. I don't make this about religion. I'm not a preacher. I'm not no pastor. I'm just saying what works for me. Now I'm saying I don't play with it. You know, there's only one creator that made everything seen and unseen, on and on and on. Don't you think it's funny that the same diet that they call halal is the same diet that they call kosher? You don't find that suspicious? That you can't feed a Muslim no crab, no shrimp. You can't feed a Jewish person or a Hebrew person, shellfish or shrimp. I mean, you look into the books and everything they took out. I'm just saying, it's ancient. This stuff is old. And they hid it. There's evidence that they hid it. If somebody, the best way to enslave a people is to give them the illusion of freedom. And anyone that will profit from you being blind will not encourage you to see. And I said that was a topic, right? John D. Rocker, the educational system, and how it's failed us. Regardless if you're in England, America, I can only speak from my experiences on the planet, right? And I've been a lot of places on the planet, but the majority of my time I spent in what they call America, the entire continent of America. I can only speak on that educational system. And it's all modeled after that. It all goes back across that pond because it all came from across that pond. And then this whole thing is a diversion. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Haitians don't like Dominicans. That's a form of racism. Both of them got the same color skin, don't they? That's an example of racism. Yeah. I'm just saying. We have to say, but to say that it doesn't exist, to claim that it's no longer a problem in America, it's solved. No. People have to solve it within themselves and stop being a product of their environment and make their environment a product of them. Be a reflection of something bigger than yourself. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Love your enemy as you love yourself. Do that. Do that. Do it. You can't just say it. We have to do it. I'm saying we, that's a collective. We have to do it in order to be blessed. If I got watermelon and you got some apples, I trade you some watermelon for some apples. Now we have a community, and whatever we have in excess, we give to the ones that don't have nothing, so that everybody have something, and don't nobody starve to death. Enough resource on this earth right now for every man, woman, and child to not have to worry about where they're gonna sleep, what they're gonna eat, what they're gonna wear, or where they're gonna live. Miss me with that lie, but that lie has the world deceived. Oh, you got to have this, you got to have the big house, you got to have the big car, right? You got to have these things to be successful. You got to wear a 3-piece suit and a clean cut shave to be successful. Well, what's real success? I mean, to the individual. And some people, yeah, they're happy. They're happy. Being happy is different than joy. Happy and joy, that's two different things. People get mixed up all the time. Happiness does not necessarily equate to joy. And joy does not necessarily equate to happy. If we do these things, that's how the blessings come. Just like it's raining. It's raining where I am right now. This is a blessing. Some people will curse the rain, but without the rain, nothing would grow. Why curse the rain? Why curse it all? Somebody has something that you want, so you have to finesse that person or finagle that person and lie to that person out of that thing because you want it, to covet it. But if that person share what they got with you and you share what you got with them, and you treat them the way you want to be treated, and they treat you the way you want to be treated, how do you think the world would be? How would the world be? If everybody did that? You know, say love your enemy. It don't mean run up and hug your enemy and kiss him. Oh, I love you. You're my enemy. Look, no. I'll give you a pound. Love means be active. Be active. Observe. Know what the enemy is. Know who the enemy is, and it's not really. It's spiritual. That people call in and they manifest. They talk about good and evil. That's the choice. That's the choice he was talking about. I missed a comment. Positive or negative, like any emo, right? Is a choice, love or fear. And you know what? That's it. Amen to that. Nas T Cat, Bad Dog. Amen to that. That's 100. That's 1,000. That all comes with the belief system. And I always tell people I never crap on anybody's belief. But belief is like a baby. Everybody's born in this world. They don't know how to dress themselves. They don't know how to walk for themselves. They can't talk for themselves. They can't eat for themselves, right? But as that baby grows, right, that baby learns to talk for him or herself. That baby learns to dress his or herself. That baby learns to go to the bathroom for his or herself, right? So everything starts with a belief, but it comes to a point where that belief has to turn into knowledge, and knowledge really is the foundation. Knowledge is the one, and everything is on the one. Everything's on knowledge. But see, knowledge not applied is not power. They tell us that knowledge is power. No, that's a half truth too. You know, knowledge by itself is not power. You can know all. You can have a whole bunch of knowledge. Okay, but if you don't apply your knowledge, yeah, it's not power. If you don't have the power to apply your knowledge, you stuck. You're missing some things. Respectfully. I don't know if this is making any sense to anybody is listening. I'm just talking, but hold on for a second. I got my special guest. He has 4 legs and a tail. I got him. Yeah. Okay, I'll take that out. All right. Good boy, you went on the paper. That's good, man. I just, it's not about wishing or hoping. It's just about doing. That's what works for me. Just doing. You know, there are 4 major emotions that will either make you or break you. Your emotions of love, hate, fear, and sex. They will make you or break you. You have to be disciplined in those 4 emotions in your life. You must be disciplined. And that's just 4. You know what? Those are just 4 emotions. There's really more than that. But those are major ones. Those are 4 major ones. I'm just talking about some major ones, right? I'm not saying these are the only ones, but they are very major. Those are the 4 that can make you or break you. Those 4 emotions. Don't believe me? If you don't believe what I'm saying, then please provide the cap. How am I capping? I respectfully, whoever you are. Those are things that I'm not saying I'm not exempt from none of this. This is the thing. They say, oh, well, you're judgmental. I'm not judging anybody. By their fruits ye shall know them. By what I do, you'll know who I am. By what you do, I'll know who you are. And it's not for everybody. And I do these lives, I sit and I talk to myself, and that's fine. I keep myself on the even keel because the world is getting more and more perverse, more and more twisted, more and more prophecies being revealed. And I'm not just talking about Christians. I don't call myself a Christian, and that's not a shot at Christians. If you're a Christian, you know, peace be unto you. You know, thank you for joining, because the live, like I said, is welcome to all that want to be respectful in the comment section. I'm not selling nobody no religion. I'm not selling nobody no spirituality. I'm not selling nobody nothing. That's why I don't get paid for YouTube. And I do this for my mission statement. That's why I said the only requirement to participate in the live is to read my channel statement. It tells you what I am and what my channel is for. And I'm part of that too. I'm not exempt from the law. I'm not better than anybody else that's watching. Whether you come to troll, whether you come to learn, I'm not better than you. I'm not less than you either. You understand? Because the same one that made you made me. We all made from the same stuff, but we got free will to choose which master we gonna serve. I'm gonna serve the Most High. I'm gonna serve the Most High Elohim. Whatever you want to put on that. You want to say Jehovah? That's your personal truth. I'm not coming at that. But people, oh, well, who do you think you are? What's your religion? What do you believe? Read my channel statement. It don't change. It's never gonna change. And I appreciate you, Arizona Tactical. But if you just greet everybody in the room with 2 letters, H and I greatly appreciate it. My lives are not places for arguments, debates, or wars, because those 3 things are synonymous with problems. And I've made this channel for conversations. And regardless of your Webster's, the definition of a conversation on this live, because I'm hosting this live and I'm the Mad Trucker, hello, is that conversations are questions and answers, using truthful questions and answers, using logic, come with solutions to problems. Arizona Tactical, if you're still watching, I appreciate you. That's the only requirement to participate in the live. Is just read my channel statement. It tells you who I am and all of that. You don't have to ask any personal questions, because it's all right there. And I show you better than I can tell you. And I'm not no preacher. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a minister. I just, I'm trying to walk the way. Hadaret in the Hebrew, the way that Christ said walk. I'm trying to do that in my life, and it works for me. And it don't mean I can't, come out the box on somebody that's coming out the box on me, or anybody else in the comment section that has agreed to those terms and is participating respectfully in the life. And I'd like to say thank you for joining. I appreciate you. But if there's a question that you would like to ask, just type bare minimum 2 letters in the comment section, HI, and then proceed to say whatever you need to say, do whatever you need to do. And that's the format of the live. I want to thank all of you for coming today. Nas T-Cat, Bad Dog, man, I really appreciate you, brother. I'm going to check your channel out. And I'm going to check out everybody's channel. Unfortunately, these lives, they take 24 hours to upload for some reason. I don't know what that's about, but that's what happens. It's scan mine for about 24 hours before they put it up. And after they put it up, well, yeah, I've studied a lot of them. I've studied a lot of them. I've been through the gambit when it comes to religion. Nas T-Cat, Bad Dog. I have. And believe it or not, the first one was Catholic. Yeah. Catholic, Lutheran, what's up? Methodist, Baptist, Church of God in Christ, Sanctified Holiness for a minute, 5% Nation of Islam for a minute, Rastafarian for a minute. I studied Buddhism for a minute. The Puret Heru, I've studied that for a minute. All over the place. They say jack of all trades, master of none, but that's not really true. It's jack of all trades, master of one. I've studied all the religions, but I've realized there's only one. And people have different names, but it ain't about what they call it, because early the language is confused and his people were scattered, right? And everybody trying to tap back into that language, but there's really a spirit in the word, and that spirit is the spirit of truth, and that spirit of truth is the Ruach HaKodesh, which is the comforter that Christ said will come after he left. So I'm not pushing and saying what I'm doing is follow me as I follow Christ. Follow me as I follow truth. If you don't subscribe to that dialect, let's just put it simply as that. Follow me as I follow truth. Not my truth, your truth, anybody's truth, but the truth. Fire is hot. It's raining right now. Water is wet. The concrete is hard. That truck is blue. That truck is brown. You feel me? but not just those tangible things, but those spiritual things that people don't want you to know anything about. And you don't have. I've studied them. Those are just ones that I've prescribed to. Now the ones that I've studied Mormonism. I've studied that. I've studied the Seventh-day Adventists. I've studied that. Yes, I know about Kolob. Yeah, and then P. Diddy freak-offs that those Mormons think they're gonna have after they pass on and go to the afterlife, where they become gods and they make their own worlds and their own humans after their own likeness. They have P. Diddy freak-off. It's Mormonism in a nutshell. Old Joseph Smith started that. This is not no shot. I'm just saying, I get tired of lies. That's when I start talking like that. People get to talk about these lies they want to hold up for. If that's what you believe, if you believe in some planet named Kolob and the color of your skin gets you in this marvelous kingdom, and because I'm a darky, I got to tie myself to you here on earth to be your slave in that afterlife, then that's what you believe, and you're entitled to believe that. However misguided and misdirected you are. That's not a shot at them. They chose to do that. That's them. But see, the problem comes when they try to force it off on other people. We're with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Want to talk to you? Wait a minute. Hold on. Why are you knocking on my door with it? Why knock on my door with it, Mr. Mormon? Or Mr. Jehovah Witness? Yeah, it comes all the same. We want to talk to you about Jehovah. Why are you coming to you? Okay. But then when they come in and you pull up the Bible verse and you show them where their logic is flawed, oh, we have to go. We're going to pray for you. Please don't. Please don't. Because after I showed you in this book, and you still want to proceed with the letter that didn't come into existence until the 16th century? Yeah, heaven and earth, I call them the witness. And I'm going to leave it and lie at that. And I wish you well. I don't wish no curse on you. You entitled to that, but you ain't going to make me eat it. Politics is choosing the lesser of two evils. I can get some dog crap and put it on 2 ice cream cones, put a whipped cream and cherry on top of one of them, and leave the other one plain, and tell you got to pick one. Okay, you see my little dog right here? See my little dog? You see him? You see him, right? Yeah, I can take his dog excrement and make it look like chocolate ice cream, put it on 2 ice cream cones, put a whipped cream and a cherry on one and leave the other one plain, and tell you, the viewer, now you got to pick one. Whichever one you pick is still going to be dog dookie. One would be just a little sweeter going down. That's your politics. But you got to realize you don't always have, you can choose righteousness. Because they always say that equates to choosing or picking the lesser of 2 evils. Well, why pick evil at all? That's the mad trucker stand. Why pick evil at all? Regardless of what your religion is, why pick evil? And don't play like you don't know what it is. That's what kills me. That's why I stay mad. People play like they don't know what evil is. They don't know what wrong is. Oh, you don't know that harming a child is wrong. Know that you was a child. Really? That's why I don't have no, they need to make them pedos and stuff afraid again. But they pumping that with that whole LGBT, LMNOP, movement. Those plagiarists that stole the rainbow from Jesse Jackson, who stole it from Noah, to pump their agenda on children. In Congress crying, talking about they need medical, we need to get medical reassignment care for children. Wait a minute, children? These delusions, these lies. That's what really boils me up. These lies that people tell. Yeah. And they be all out lies. They ain't even half truths. We go all out lies. Oh, that Dixie flag, that's heritage, not hate. I live in Mississippi. Anybody watching in Mississippi, y'all want to come get at me? Hey, look, make sure you got an invite because it's a private property. You're more than welcome to come by. You're going to have a choice if you come by uninvited. You're either going to get the Bible or the gun. Respectfully. And that's not a threat. You know, you're either gonna get a Bible. We either gonna sup on this Bible, on the word of the Yah, or you're gonna sup on some lead. Because I don't have time to play with nobody. I got a son to look after. I got kids to look after, not just a son. I have children. I have a people that I'm responsible for. And your room, son. And your room. What does it all mean? Okay, everybody talking about Israel and Palestine. You all know what's going on over there, right? And these so-called Christians. Oh, we back Israel. We'll send all this money over there, right? You see, we're slaves to a system that we all need to come out of. But before you come out of it, you have to realize there's a God, there's an Elohim, there's an Adon on high. Forgive the interruption. I had to take that phone call. But to answer that question, Nate T. Cat, yeah, I've studied some religions and the history of them. But it's bigger than a religion. If me and you drink a cup of water at the same time, we share the same religion. Regardless if you're a Satan worshiper and I'm a Catholic, or you're a Jew and I'm a Muslim, or you're an atheist and I'm a Christian, it doesn't matter. That word religion, they put more into it than what it really is. And there's a deeper message. It ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. I understand that too. It's because people don't choose it. And I would like to say thank you for joining. I appreciate it. And how you doing, Nightfall? Shalom, man. Thank you for joining the live. Live is welcome to everybody. The only requirement is to do what you just did. Is just greet everybody, not just me, but everybody in the room in a respectful fashion. And then you go ahead and ask your question or make your statement. That's the only requirement of this live. Because if you read my channel statement, if it's not something that you're interested in, I kindly, respectfully ask you to please just scroll on. Yeah, that's what this is about. Because the channel description will let you know what it's about. And I'm kind of all over the place right now. It's been a while since I've really just buckled down and try to do these lives at 2. And I'm going to do one today, and it's an open topic. So if you would like to participate in the live, that's the only requirement. Nightfall, thank you for joining. And I do appreciate everybody for joining. Angelic Discipline, thank you for joining, brother. Tasia Play, thank you. W Mac 10, thanks for joining. Quinn, thanks for joining. I just want to make sure that all of you know I really appreciate all of you for joining. Dexter Smith. Next time, just just type a hi in the comment section. That's all. I try to keep it formatted, and I appreciate all of you all joining. I'm at 48 minutes in this live. I don't know if anybody's getting anything out of this, but I usually do these lives to address any issues with my video content, because it seems like people have a world of things to type in the comment sections. A world of things to type. They aren't based on any facts or evidence other than their feelings. And when given the opportunity to address it in a civilized, codified manner, they just usually chicken out. But I mean, it's welcome to anybody that wants to take up that channel statement, because we all are spirits and flesh. Yeah, and I'm going to expose lies that enslave us all. Thank you for joining me. The Most High bless and keep each and every one of you. Most High smile on you and grant you shalom. Peace.